Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Vinland Saga, which is on episode 15. It took a while for the subverse episode of Vinland Saga to come out. That's the reason why it's very late on this Sunday today. And I'm pretty sure you guys might be wondering what in the heck happened in the background. Yeah, obviously I had to change things around for certain reasons alone, which there's no need to get into because of certain other stuff. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that things are still looking like snow and winter is starting to take a toll and everyone's in danger. Not to mention the king is talking to Floki about Canut's situation. Although there's more to it of what is going on, and it's revealed towards that very end of the episode. So if anything else, let's just continue on. We had to it that Thorkel does not like the winter season due to the fact that war will soon end because of that, and you know how Thorkel is. He's a battle war maniac guy who likes to fight, which I believe is pretty cool. I mean, we get to see a lot of characters like that, but not as much of a bad man like him or boss. But if anything else, when he heard some news about some Englishmen and everything else, he decides to go over there and gets ready to get into action very soon, which is something exciting. We also see a scene with with Askeladd and his crew, and they're still waiting out for what's to come. Not to mention the enemy is closing in on them, which is even worse. There was a scene with the priest along with Ragnar and Canute talking about giving their prayers to the people that were killed. Hopefully they will be at peace. Not to mention whatchamacallit. The priest is starting to doubt the father, which I'm pretty sure you guys know who that is. I don't have to explain it to you about, aren't you gonna help us? If you love both men, bad and evil men equally, why do you help this? And, although Canute scolds the priest for saying that because every father loves his child, and it's kind of ironic in a certain sense and very sad because what's revealed in this episode, which I'll get down the line to, which we'll get to in just a moment. But aside from that, the way how Thorkel found out about the information where the other men are at is because one of the survivors of that village, which is the same girl in the last episode, ends up telling them what happened here and there. And we see to it that we get to see a scene with Canute actually cooking with Ragnar, and when Thorfinn was asked to join in with them, since you're going to borrow someone else's stove, come on in. And they end up actually having a small talk with each other, and of course, Canute, on the other hand, explains how he put cooking as a hobby. He cooked for his father once, but his father would throw it away and not eat it and tells his son, you're not supposed to work as a slave, which I find that's pretty stupid, that kind of thing. But aside from that, continuing on this episode, we see to it that Ragnar's given a message to whatchamacallit, we better get ready to move because the enemy knows where we're at, and Ragnar hates the idea of what's going on and he wants to talk to Askeladd personally. But he does not realize that he was in a trap of what just happened here and there, and Ragnar gets stabbed right in the back by a spear, and Ragnar says he needs to talk to Askeladd directly, knowing his time will soon come about. We see too that Askeladd decides to hear what Ragnar has to say, and says that Canute's going to grow from this after your death, and I won't let your death be in vain. That much I can tell you. And this is Askeladd's orders of wanting to kill Ragnar, which I can understand why, but still messed up. I mean, Askeladd, man. I mean, I can see why a lot of people like you, and I somewhat like you as well, but this is just way too messed up. Although I think I may understand why he's doing this, it still does not make that as an excuse. But aside from that, Ragnar explains to Askeladd in his final moments of breathing that there are two factions split around this throne whatsoever. Many people believe Canute should be king, but we also see to it that Harold, or whatever his name is, also has a faction that wants to be king. But apparently, because the king has a struggling duty in what he has been doing, he decides one of the princes has to die. the reason why he sent Canute out in the battlefield was to have him die in battle, which is really screwed up and messed up and makes it very sad and ironic knowing that the king needs one of his sons to die that he just gave life to. Which I go like, what are you doing, man? Are you serious about this? That is just screwy and messed up. Although, like, seeing how the king and how he is, you know, that's just like, what in the heck is going on with him, you know? But anyways, we get to see to it that Canute's real enemy is his own father, the king. And it's kind of ironic, like I said, what Canute said, like every father loves his child, but not entirely. And that's ironic that he does not know that because his father's trying to kill him in the battlefield, have him die in the battlefield, so he's trying to kill him indirectly. And after Askeladd was told about this, etc., he doesn't know what's going on, and Ragnar actually wants to see Canute one last time, but Ragnar was given that denial of a request, and he ends up dying in the snow, etc. And there he goes into the afterlife. Pretty crazy, sad, and somewhat dark episode to me. I mean, like, the king wants Canute dead since Ragnar told Askeladd about the entire thing. Not to mention Canute saying every father loves his child, but apparently that's not entirely true. And usually that's fitting in society because, you know, every father's some fathers nowadays are just like screwed in the head, not even thinking or know how to do things properly because of their own stupidity or I don't know. And you know Thorkel, he knows where Askeladd and his army is at due to the fact that the girl from the village that survived the massacre last episode reached the village where Thorkel's at and told everyone everything about where the others are at, etc., you know? Which I go like, wow, that is just sad. Though I could understand why Askeladd did what he did, you know, in last episode, but he had one misstep. He literally had one misstep, and that's not checking the entire area clearly, and there you go. Now I can understand why he killed all the villagers or witnesses because, you know, informing the enemy where they're at, you know, it gives you a big disadvantage and you're in deep deep trouble. That much I can say. Anyways, looking forward to next episode or something, and hopefully it'll be fun and exciting. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alphazetto, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!